I know that people meditate in order to try to rise above the ego, take drugs, do different things in order to try to release themselves of the shackles of me and others. So what can a person do? Suppress his ego and start feeling that everyone's his family? How does it happen? Dr. Lightman, it's a matter of a group and studying in a group and doing different exercises where we learn how to connect until a person gets this feeling that he is in the system of the upper nature. What kind of exercises? Dr. Lightman, connection, men with men, women with women, children with children. Learning how to connect. This is how they start learning what nature is demanding of them and to what extent can they really realize the orders of nature in order to reach a state where we live in a world without hate, in a world with connection. And people then start feeling that they're starting to attain a higher world. How is his feeling different than the feeling of a person who works on advancing toward this opposite reality in a group? Suppose meditation is something that I do by myself. It's individual, and here you're talking about working in a group. So what's the difference? Dr. Lightman, because in a group, and working on it in a group, you really rise above the ego. Owen, what do you mean by really? Dr. Lightman, that it's not an illusion. You learn together with them how to invert the negative into a positive force. Whereas in all meditations, you're closed inside yourself, and only by the power of your imagination and your inner effort, you try as if not to be under the control of the ego. You're not getting any kind of forces from above. Sure, you kind of, or to some extent, disconnect from the ego, but it's not that you work with it in a way that you're building a new system here. And the fact that all those that are engaged in different meditations and all of these teachings, they're not connected with each other. They're not connected with each other. Each is sitting in his own corner, meditating, and that's it. Oh, and people experience enlightenment, a different world, higher world. Dr. Light, no. It only seems to them that it's a different world. They experience disconnecting, detaching from their earthly corporeal ego, and they feel better. That's true. But it does not give them the ability to act in the upper world, to feel the upper world, to understand how to enter it, how to act in it. Not at all. Tal, what happens in the interaction and the relations between people in a group that enables this? Dr. Lightman, because our ego, when it works man against man in oppositeness to each other, it shows us how much we have to invert our ego, the negative force toward each other, into a positive force, something that actually doesn't exist in any other method. There you don't have inclusion. There's no connection between people for them to be in a group as one.